this is Lone Wolf, and today we're playing Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, Dragon Age has been released, and yeah, after I wanted to play it so badly. It looks amazing, but piece of me is like I want to complete every Dragon Age game out there before I do play this game because of the lore, and I want to get to know the characters. So yes, I know Solus is in Dragon Age, the new one. Same with Varric and Morgan. That's all I know up to now. And we play with a new character called the Rook. So that's all I know. But I do know our Inquisitor will be in the game as well. So I'm like, we've got a big choice in this game. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen to this game. When I do pick the character, I'm gonna go mute so we don't get cutscene. Call this in. Because this will pop up, I've been told, in the character creation before you get in the game. Because what I'm going to, in my plotline, when I do create a character, I'm going to make my Inquisitor and the Rook look similar. Like I want them to look like sisters or siblings. But I might change them a bit. So we're going for a female elf. So if we go back, I'll show you the characters we've got. We've got humans. Humans are the most numerous and powerful race in Thedas. They're also the most divided politics, and seems to thirst for conflict. Who characters receive bonus ability points at the start. And this is the male card. So let's go back to that. Canary. Canaries are a race of horned giants who follow strict religion texts known as the Kun. Those who have abandoned this principle are known as Talvashov, and often work as mercenary Canary characters and get bonus physical damage resistance. That's cool. I do love Canary, they're beautiful creatures. And race, I mean. Next we have the dwarves. Dwarves are short, stocky, and most spend their entire lives underground. Those exiled to the surface are often mercenaries or smugglers. Because dwarves have no connection to the Fade, they cannot be mages but receive a 25% bonus to magic defense, so you can't become a dwarf mage, sadly. And let's see the male dwarves. That's their card. Then elves, my favourite race out of all of us. Elves are a historical oppressed people, distinguishable by their little frames and pointed ears. Though most survived in the poorest fringes of human cities, other lives, sorry, my lips are dry, so I'm crying a bit thingy, as nomads, known as the Dalish. The elves received a bonus percent of range defense. I do love the Dalish. I do like them. I love them pretty much. Those beautiful creatures. But I've noticed in every Dragon Age, elven people have got skinny bodies, but big, massive head and eyes. Like Dragon Age 1, they look okay, like perfect. They look similar to humans. So we've got the tallest of the race are Canaries. Second is the humans, then it's the elf, then dwarf. So these two races are the smallest, and these two are the tallest. But I do love the elven people. I wish they can, make the characters, elven people more better, because it is a bit weird that their bodies shrink and skinny stick. I say stick, but like twig and all that. That's actually I say dick instead. Then the head's massive. It's like, Then the humans got perfect of everything. The dwarves normal, and the Canary looks more buff than anything. So it's like, But anyway, we're going to pick the elven female. So let's start from the back here. So we got the mage. Mage channels magical powers into spell, capable of a wide range of effects, from debilitating of opponents, protecting allies, or unleashing devastating elements energy. Those who wield magic are widely feared for their ability, and their rebellions against Chantry control has left their land in chaos. Next, we're warrior weapons and shields. Warriors are frontally I can't say it, able to withstand increased punishment in heavy armor. They are proficiently in the use of two-handed weapons like maul and greatsword, but may combine a small weapon with a shield for added defense. Then we have warrior, another one, two-handed. So these two are rogues, these two are warrior classes. Warriors are am I muted? No. I thought same class lies. Warriors in frontline combination are able to withstand increased punishment. They are fun and use two-handed. So I think these two are same. So yeah, they are. Yeah, same with these. I'm probably going for this rogue, my favorite class. Rogues are fighters who rely on their speed and agility rather than heavy armor, using skills and an advantage decision a battlefield to deal increased damage. They may get up close and personally with daggers and strike from distance with arrows. So it means you can use these two. So I'm gonna pick this. And then we got all difficult. You got for players looking for a tweak of their difficult settings, play with trials and increase your challenge, but you also earn unique equipment. Ooh, that sounds nice. I do like that. Unique equipment. You got Nightmare, the Masquerade, and Truly Mad. It doesn't get more challenge than this. Hard. Seasoned players looking for a significant challenge and combat. Enemies are punished and battle required clever mind and tactics. For players intent and balance challenge gameplay experience, this I recommend for most players. For players new to role-playing games, I have played this game before, so I'm going to play customize. Yeah, friendly fire. Whether or not it's possible for the Inquisitor party to endure its own members in combat. No. What's this? Trial eventgram. Enemies always scales to be at least the same level as Inquisitor, so it increases the chance of receiving special shipment reward in your stronghold. When it's rare cases, trial may cause enemies or followers to behave unpredictable. Keeping multiple save files recommended. Okay, I go for that. The enemies of the Inquisitor may have new traits and ability in combat, so increasing the chance of receiving special shipment reward. One enemy's case try to cause enemies to follow behavior. Okay, I'll go for that too. You lose all focus if you rest or travel to camp, slightly increasing the chance of receiving a special focus if you invest or in camp. Try that. Or healing pressure will hit only one health, so increase the chance of something. I do like this. You get special shipment to what? It's like I travel light. All supplies catch are removed from the game, slightly increasing the chance of receiving the special shipment. Grizzly and probably cut this one. You thought bears were tough, think again. Fair weather friend. Negative approval change for followers and double slight increase the chance of receiving negative approval change. And followers are doubled. I don't know if I want to go for that one. Fair weathered friend. Because if I do get a bad one where the friendship gets bad, negative and approval change. I might quickly look this up. Like, what's the side effects from this? Hold on. Okay, we'll not go for that. We got a high chance of, leaving her. Ooh. I am going to use cheats for this gameplay, guys. I thought I'd give you a heads up. Dear. Supply catch. I might not remove this. Okay, some of these yes. I'm using cheat in this, yes.
Well, you can get all your thingies
Yes.
That would be best for this
That's what I'm doing. Enslaved long ago by humans, most elves live a second-class civilian. I am a Dalish hunter. Elves who rejected this life are known as the Dealers, magic wanderers who strive to keep ancient elven religion and tradition alive. You were raised in the wilderness to be a hunter, relied upon by a Levalan clan for food and protection. The clan wandered the north through marches and had little need to interact with humans until the clan's keeper sends you to the Chantry conclave as a spy. What happened there, she said, would impact not only the dealers but indeed all elves. She could not have known how right she was. Yes. So it's going to tell us the story so far before we can create a character. I love this. So you can read some of these cards and even get a better look of them. I do love the design of these. They're very pretty and beautiful artwork. I'm going to quickly get a drink of water. I hope I changed the thing to mine because I created a keep for my sister. Okay, it's going straight to character customization. Okay, yeah. So this is your character you get straight away. These are preset of heads and ugh. I'm going mute because I'm going to customize the character and I don't really like to have one go through this. I'm terrible at customized characters. All you need to know.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
I just hope I can help.
Yeah, so this is Dragon Age Inquisition hairstyles. It's not that much. That I do like. Not bad. I wanted to have nice long hair. And I don't want that. I want more than one. This one is calling out to me more. We have pale Dalish. We could go like a snow elf type of thing, can't we? Ooh, that sounds very nice. Let's see if we make her eyes otherwise as well. Or we could go like green eyes representation. The stars are not showing though. The scars are showing itself. Alright, we're not gonna have any scars if it's gonna do that then. What tattoo are we going for? That one. We got green tattoos. Oh, that one's kind of nice. Yeah, that could do. Yeah, that one's not bad either. I do like the eye one too. I also like this one. Patterns on it. So I might go for that one. Then we have makeup. Right, so this would be our Inquisitor. Okay, what should we name? No more as always. But when we get into the other Dragon Age, the name could be changed. I'll probably give her same last name as Rook. If the game lets me. Follow the light. Inquisitor. That's fine. What can you do to these names? Will they call you by your character? Like Mass Effect. Some games do that. Where you don't know the character's name, they call you by it. That's bad for delivering. Relivium. I don't know if I'm going to stick with the path of Templars or I'm going to go mage. Depends who I see and what the effect's going to be. Yeah, I won't be using mods. Mods cause damage to games. Lillian.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
I came out of faith. Okay, so response. That's how you think I did it? Or remain silent? Probably remain silent. Like, I don't know you guys.
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
Nice effort, Liana. You changed. You did so.
What did happen?
Well, one, you look like you're wearing a wig.
Will be easier to show you.
Now they're gonna look at you even better now. How dare you? Delightful. Oh wow.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, Your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Let's investigate.
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect.
Oh, thank
You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Cassandra approved.
Then
I'll do what I can.
I mean, I was going to take a good
Whatever
shot
it
at the face.
takes.
So when she sees her again in any other Dragon Age, I've got a picture of her face. I do love Cassandra's character.
they have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the Skye, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Hell.
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach. Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
What's destination? Find me up. Oh wow!
Maker! It's the end of the world!
I not know what's happening.
The pulses are coming faster now.
He's making it sound good as thing.
The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
I remember
I suppose you'll see soon enough.
I remember that place. Journey 1. Run troops, man. Camera dude.
Stay behind me!
I'm bloody.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly. Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
Where are all your soldiers?
At the forward camp
It
or
was
fighting.
me.
We are on our own for now.
Should always explore and find good food. If you know how to get there, bridge.
There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage. One down! Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Oh, I see the turret. She also good and use it to craft and break up. Can this take me back? No, it don't. this and other Dragon Age games in time.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Quickly! Before more come through!
And that's it.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
I'm glad to see
Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
It's good to meet you, Varric.
You may reconsider that stance in time.
Oh, I'm sure we'll become great friends in the valley, Chuckles.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
I love it.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
He's a full of shit.
That's a commendable attitude.
Merely a sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
He's the only one type of dragon I have ever seen who will not get what
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
taking it in the next one.
Demons ahead.
Glad you brought me now, Seeker? So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
He has a point there. Take that way.
You are Dalish, but clearly away from the rest of your clan. Did they send you here?
What do you know of the Dalish?
I have wandered many roads in my time, and crossed paths with your people on more than one occasion.
What do you mean by crossed paths?
I mean that I offer to share knowledge, only to be attacked for no greater reason than their superstition.
Can't you elves just play nice for once?
Why is my health potion? Like, the health potion is not healing at all. I don't think I can think if we stand there and wait for it. I know something what can help with this. Hold on. I am going to quickly try something. Critical and full. Up here now. Version. Oh, it's because I pressed the wrong thing. And then critical and 3. Limited XP.
My magic cannot stop your mark from growing further. For your sake, I suggest we hurry.
I hope Liliana made them through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We are almost there.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
They keep coming! Help us!
Hurry! Use the mark!
The rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Thank you. Made me useful.
You have already enough without resorting to this exercise.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Valroyo to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead!
The fourth wall, just like...
We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
Saying it, if I
We can
die,
stop
no
this
one
before
can
it's
stop
too
us
late.
if I die.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
I'm dying.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Careful suggestions this time. Show where scout. First put in soldiers with
Use the mountain path. Work together. You all know what's at stake.
because if we don't go this way, we lose the people
Liliana,
there.
bring everyone
way.
left in the valley. Everyone.
Save them, and we get little calcity.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Careful, she might be a boss bitch. So we go all the way up there. I'm sure they would have got cold this time, but no. Just temperature. Unless it's even keep it nice and warm, man. Bridges.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond it.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
What do you think, Jean? Should I play both Dragon Age at the same time? Dragon Age. Should I play this one and the other one? Like, do one and you seem very determined if I play that. Don't you want? I want to, get the story. I don't like lying. I'm lost. We talk about it's good for him and I haven't. I think when I don't eat, my brain's switched off. So yellow. Let's light this up. It's funny when you see parts of the world from the first one, and you remember like that wasn't there before. I have all the DLCs for this one, so that's what I'm hoping to do remake Dragon Age 1. Because some of these places are so new and everything.
Guess we found the soldiers.
That cannot be all of them.
So the others could be holed up ahead.
Our priority must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to our elven friend here.
Lady Cassandra! Lieutenant, you're alive!
Just barely.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
Like your
The
arm
prisoner?
around you.
Then you...
It was worth saving you, if we could.
Then you have my sincere gratitude.
The way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes.
That wall says something too.
Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Ooh. Oh, I don't have points, so. Contender. Don't know why those points disappear from there. These are more powerful than the ones I got.
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
But there's many ways to make things boom, yeah? Yeah. Because if you pick the other option, you get to see the colouring.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Because couldn't know that we fight up here.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
So I have people in that house, but never have resort.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
Just tell me what to do.
I'll try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close it.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Keep thinking if I move my camera this and that.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
So that's just easy. I like to listen to them. I want to see if there's any. We're here.
Someone help me!
What's going on here?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
So I wasn't supposed to.
You were there! Who attacked? And the divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready! We must strip its defenses, wear it down. Do it!
Wow. I'll do myself some party.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
Don't worry about it. I
beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Why is everyone always running from us? Is that armor? Answer. Wow. Oh, that's from Dragon Eyes. I definitely remember. That's kind of pretty. Maybe. Oh, we can create our own. I can't wait to see the armor in Dragon Age and Vanguard. I think it's called that. Thedas, they're like, oh hell. Inquisitor. I'm sorry.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
There's a document for me here. You said with
That's her.
always after.
She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I had. I'm gonna walk away.
Still a lot of rifts left all over.
Where's the one I came out of prison? I'm in India.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Knowledge.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royal immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes departed.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The elves failed.
It's down here. Ah, this is what I was from prison.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded. As you
What's in here? Just like the prison of get these ready for when we get prisoners. Loot in here. Just checking these cells. Loot in here. Let's place notes. Probably read these later. There's 2 doors here.
We can use that. If you find anything, please bring it in.
where the three leaders kind of slaves. Liliana, Cullen, and Josephine, I believe. Oh!
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You really think your Maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a Dalish elf is his chosen?
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
It's not for you either.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
But I won't upload the other Dragon Age yet until I've completed.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
A piece of me wants to really play it.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own.
So all the
Perhaps
people who
forever.
were a good candidate to be the next thingy, kind of.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay, but you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Why do all the rogues? Our character always wears our outfit. Why couldn't they give us different outfits for each race, like they do with Dragon Age 1? You wear different kind of clothing. Depends who you are and your status. Callan! You like so much butter. You're like music and I'm like that
How do you think they'll close that huge hole in the sky?
Ally with the Templars, I'd imagine. I've seen them weaken magic.
What about the rebel mages?
Rebel mages probably made that damn breach.
If you're not using them later,
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thren. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess.
Yeah,
If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you
I
bringing
told
it
her if
in.
she wants to play the new one, she's got to do all this. No. She's not happy about
What do you
it.
do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their
that's what
bellies
the
and
thing about
iron
you
in
get
their
to know
hands.
information, plus you
Both
create
are
the
important.
story.
Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though,
Yeah, she
there wasn't much
is
use for people who
one
held that opinion.
command of Loghain.
King Alistair
When you
offered
go
my
in
services to the
for choice
Inquisition,
thing, she goes,
probably
"Please
to get
promise."
rid of me.
Your loyalty to the man you served is admirable, quartermaster.
She's
Thank
her.
A lot of people seem to think they know what
She
happened at
asked the Grey
Ostagar,
Warden.
but I was there. Tern Loghain never betrayed his king. If he'd brought the reinforcements, Darkspawn would have just killed everyone.
You do know
He
that.
did what he had to do to save our country, and we betrayed him. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site, maybe Harriet can get our troops better weapons.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you. You find anything we need, let me know.
Yeah, if you just put it back here. Skye first. Hello.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
That's why I like you, Ferret. I'm speaking more to you.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Where are the rest of Hawke's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Last I knew, Hawke's sister Bethany was doing something wardeny near the Anderfell's border. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
I want to know more.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead. I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There's no way Hawke really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Carry on.
Need something?
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in moneylenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. I got her off a guy in Darktown. Took me a week to pry his dead fingers off the stock.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Thanks,
Thank
Varric.
you. Oh yeah,
No
I was about to say
problem.
thank you, Varric. So he is born.
What do you mean? And you've seen no signs of the Grey Wardens anywhere?
Nope.
You're certain?
Stone. Grey Wardens, you said?
We're not paying you to be sarcastic.
Thank you.
What's that mean?
Did he get you anything?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harriet is the Inquisition smith. Whatever he can make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrit. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
I do love listening to her singing. Yeah.
chosen of Andraste, a blessed
like
hero
it.
sent to save us all.
Ready to be one. Sounds dashing. I'm not a hero.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating. But you understand my caution.
I'm gonna emerge with this.
You came here to help, Solus. I won't let them use that against you.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you.
I'm so found out about this. So
But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the
YouTube was
breach.
done. And made music. It was beautiful.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
I expected to buy any reason. I'm looking over to
Why not?
Privacy? Caution? Concern about the direction of this Inquisition once our work is done?
Then don't tell me. I wasn't asking as part of the Inquisition.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the fate.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
So you're suggesting I'm graceful?
No. I am declaring it was not a subject for debate.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
You have an interesting way of looking at the world, Solus.
I try. And that isn't quite an answer.
I look forward to helping you make new friends.
That should be... well...
That isn't quite an answer either. You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostigard. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real?
It is the Fade. They are all real.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye. Hello.
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture. You are
He sounds
Danish, are you not?
What's your problem with the Dalish? Allergic to Halla?
They are children acting out stories misheard and repeated wrongly 1,000 times.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
While they pass on stories, mangling details, I walk the Fade. I have seen things they have not.
Touches of elves to help them.
The Dalish are trying to restore elven history. If you know something new, share it.
Would your clan listen to
Send
what I had
files
learned in
up
my studies?
again.
My travels?
I
Or would
don't
they
think
mock
so,
the
but
Flatir and his stories and go back to their ruins? At least you were asking. But here's something. I will answer as I can.
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
At least it didn't make me jump this
No
time.
and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing Chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. Legacy from when elves were immortal.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast.
So we just
Echoes
got
would linger for
our
centuries,
Inquisitor has white
harmonizing
hair,
with new
pale
magic
skin,
in an
and
unending
white
symphony.
eyes.
It must have been
So
beautiful.
that when we create a new one, should we have that?
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinter disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past, and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Sharal, but Hallam Sharal was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. Place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish aeravels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
Are all Dalish elves like my clan?
No. Your clan was unique in having enough interest in human affairs to send you to spy upon the Divine's meeting. As your clans have been separate for so long, they have all changed, adapting to the lands in which they live. Some are no more than bandits, others trade freely with humans, and some have disappeared entirely into the forests.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
It's nice to get to know information about that.
Segrit told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segrit he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon. Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
How do I go about having potions made?
Just take a look there and tell me what you'd like. Find a recipe for something better, I can make that too.
kids must still like that. You guys seen him scrumming? He quickly ran in here. He was squeezing himself between. This is when we had the bed. He was trying to squeeze himself between the bed and the wall. He was trying to force himself in a small, confined space. Because the noise too loud and it frightened animals. That's why I was like, I don't mind living in the wilderness. I'll be like, it's peaceful, quiet. You don't have to fucking laugh at the fire away. It shows I'm getting. We're like we're old timers.
Speak only the word. Sing only the chant.
Still got one,
Then
yeah.
the golden city is thine.
Thank you for hurrying with the potion.
Ah, you're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And I slipped that, young elven lass good coin to tell me when you came back to us. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone can close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. I imagine it's no better for you. You've got my sympathies, for what it's worth.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
What I'm doing for exploring.
I don't see why we need to build siege equipment. We're not laying siege to anything.
That's an excellent point, recruit. But if someone comes to lay siege to us, perhaps it will be best for us to have some means to fight back.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Who are we fighting anyway, sir? I've heard it was mages. Demons.
It's not from the side. It might not be from next door. It could look that way, but it might not be.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better hunting. I don't think Pentecostal might try to acquire suitable land from Master Dennett in the hinterlands. My uncle.
And what's that?
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
Expected you, big boy. I'm Harrod, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering. Long gone now. I was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages. Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
You're still walking. That's always good.
True enough.
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. She'll set up requisitions.
Does the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
What can you and your team make here?
Arms and armor. We work iron to blighted dragonbone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy? Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe. Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Goodbye.
Right.
Why not?
Because we're Templar.
Yes?
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
So she's a new. Like Hogwarts. Just burn spells. Kinda casting the spell of loot.
There must be something here.
cutscene.
Does it trouble you?
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven?
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
So if I wasn't with the Inquisition...
Well, let's be honest, they would have censored us no matter what.
And you not being here isn't an option.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Yes. Templars have taken over the old dwarven...
What have your ears heard, Leliana? Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
And this is what we gotta do. Yeah, crab style. Scout of hinterlands. We avoided the fight as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. The apostates are mad, attacking anything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's orders any longer. We locate Mother Giselle and are trying to protect her, but she refused to leave her refuge until we assure their safety. That would be hard to do without troops to push the apostates Anthems out of the area. Commander couldn't ask me to make Inquisitor of Master Dennett, retired horsemaster who lives in the area. We to contact him about obtaining better horses for the Inquisition. But we've been unable to get through the fighting. Please scout Hardine. We will meet Hardine, I believe, in the next Inquisition. We want... How long have we been recording? 2 hours, so I'll probably... Uh-oh. I pressed a button. There we go. Like before I continue on, probably leave this as this, so that next time we will meet out and explore Ferelden. See who we can meet and find. So once we fully explore the area, I will go back to camp and see what we need to do from there. That's what I usually do before I continue any missions. I like to explore, and I think we'll be doing that in the next part. So just gonna wait for our character to spawn in, so I can save and leave us there.
World of Andraste.
Hello.
I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
You had a joke.
I'm starting to worry about these stories that everyone's heard.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. They only say you're the last great hope for Thedas.
Oh, wonderful.
The hinterlands are as good a place as any to start fixing things. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Alright guys, I'm going to leave that as today's video. I don't know if to speak. But then I will continue it.
I've news, sir. What is it? See for yourself, sir.
So yeah, that'll be it for today guys. It's you who's teleporting everywhere, mate. It's coming out the floors. But yeah, so next time I will be, you know, continue with doing the main mission. Even exploring Thedas. And wow. So we'll be doing all these, exploring. So this will be it today. Next time we're going to explore the entire area and see if we can remember any of these locations as well in Dragon Age 1 or 2. So that'll be it today. If you enjoyed, until next time, bye bye.